Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another cast by Stitch StarCraft. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys once again what I always do, a Southeast Asian player vs a player from elsewhere. And today I am going to feature a really awesome Southeast Asian player. This man has came really far along. I like to call him a man on a mission. He's been just amazing, and of course he is the Australian Zerg known as Tt.PiG. Well, Tt.PiG, sponsored by Tt.PiG Esports, and recently got sponsored by Gigabyte as well, and mwave.com.au, some Australian gaming peripherals company. But yeah, Pig has come a long way. I mean, I remember casting one of my first replays of him back in the day when he was I think back in the day when he just beat Spanishiwa. So think about how long that is. It was just maybe a course of maybe more than half a year ago, and that guy back then was high diamond, low masters, and then he went into the Southeast Asian Star League, showed that he had some potential, got into a clan named Alternative, and then now guess what? He's sponsored by Tt.PiG Esports. And he is also going to be participating in the One Nations of Gamer tournament. And if you guys are pretty much Team Liquid addicts, you will know the big discussion on that One Nation of Gamers having Pig in it. He will be the only Southeast Asian player representing in that tournament. And take a look at who he's going to be against today. Of course, it would be against a Korean player. And let's take a look who that is. It is oGs.VINES. Well, oGs.VINES, normally known as basically the North American ladder, raper. He is just so good, and his ladder record is pretty good on North America. He's in Grandmasters as well, and so is Tt.PiG. But then the thing is, oGs.VINES is a very experienced player. He is so good in StarCraft. I mean, this guy is just, if you meet him on ladder, he's a really experienced player. And of course, he doesn't compete as much in real life tournaments, but on ladder, he is just such a good player. And I mean, I don't really need to introduce this guy. He's pretty well known around North America and in the world. Yeah, so oGs.VINES will be a tough opponent, I would say, for Pig. I mean, he's a very well composed player, and Pig, of course, also pretty good now. I mean, Pig has come a very long way, as I was saying. I mean, from being pretty much the underdog in every tournament, now he's pretty much one of the I would say one of the symbols of Australian StarCraft. He just has so much recognition around Southeast Asia, and it's just awesome to see Pig really just going so far. And I'm really, I would say, on behalf of a lot of people, really proud of this guy. And we are all excited to see him play in One Nation of Gamers. I think it would be a great exposure for Southeast Asia, and it's really I think he deserves it, definitely, for all the work he's done. And I'm pretty sure that he's of that level, even though a lot of people don't say so. But anyways, let's take a look back on the technical stuff. It looks like Pig is going for that fast third, as you guys can see, not going for the gas, going to drone quite heavily. And on this map, I would say going for the fast third is quite a challenge. I mean, of course, this is played on NA ladder. It's not a show match. You don't really get to pick the maps. You don't get to veto it. Well, theoretically you do, but I mean, Pig didn't veto this. But anyways, this map is pretty hard to fast expand and hold it. I mean, some players manage to do it really well, but in general, against a Protoss, Protoss 2 base timings, whatever it is, Blink Stalkers, 5 gate, 7 gate, it gets hard. Because the thing is, it's not just one ramp you're blocking. It's one ramp plus a huge choke. And basically, you can just warp units all around, and you can get, and your enemy can get a really good concave on you. It's unlike other maps where it's just one ramp and you can get a nice concave. This map is completely different. It's got a huge opener to the third base, and you do have to note that the third base's distance is quite far. I mean, you have this long hallway, and you have the ramp from the main, so you'll just realize basically how far it is to defend the third. And it looks like a Stalker and a Zergling is going to come in here. And, oh my goodness, Pig possibly might lose an Overlord, and that would really suck, honestly. I mean, it would be so bad, and ooh, it looks like Pig's not even going to focus that Stalker down. It looks like he goes for the Zealot, and Vine needs to run this Stalker a lot. Going to try to micro against this, but ooh, it looks like he doesn't want to go down in shields, and he is going down in shields, and that's bad news. Oh my goodness, the Stalker is actually going down quite much, and Vines needs to pull that micro off, dude. Micro Vines. Oh my gosh, this Stalker is like ready for life. His forelegs cannot run any faster, and this Spealing is just like almost there. Look at that. Look, the Spealing is like just, you know, literally just okay, looks like they spare this lonely Stalker as a pylon gets put down, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Vines going for, how many gateways does he have? Let's see that. Wow, 6 gateways, 7 gateways, and this will be crazy. The pylon does come down. Roaches, 11 roaches on the way. A lot of Zealots over here. We do have 7 Zealots, 3 Stalkers, 5 Stalkers behind this, and this push looks really, really strong. I mean, Pig, I would say 90% chance is going to lose this third, and that's probably going to happen really soon right now. Ooh, looks like the third's still alive, and wow, Zealot's going to tank the Zerlings, and Roach is going to try to do some damage. They do perform quite well against Zealots, I would say. But let's take a look at this engagement. Queen's going to get taken down over here. Stalkers do focus down the hatchery, so the third base is down, and now Vines has to be really careful. Stalkers are really, really, really precious, and they die so fast. Zealot's going to try to tank, and the range of the Stalkers will just absolutely outpower the Roaches, and I like the focus firing coming down from Vines. He just has nice focus firing, but the Roaches are coming in, and the focus firing of Pig back at him, really nice. Focusing down a lot of Stalkers, and it's really important to focus down, because the thing is, you just kill units a lot faster, and you want every unit to die, and wow, the pumping of Pig's Roaches is just crazy, and once again, Zealots are going to get worked in, and Pig looks like he's going to hold this. I mean, of course there's that pylon, but I don't think that Pig's going to have any trouble with this, and Pig's just going to finish this, and Vines most likely will pull back. And let's take a look at what Vines has in mind right now after in his base. In terms of tech, he did get the +1 on his infantry, and actually Vines forgot to make a warp gate over there. A bit of a blunder, but Twilight Council coming down, so we might see Blink Stalkers fairly soon. And Pig has this huge Roach army. You can even try to do some damage with these Roach army. I mean, the point of making all this is to probably do some damage, and wow, Vine's actually going to expand this fast into the game when he knows that a lot of Roaches are in play, so that's quite a risky move. He has to be a bit careful with that. I mean, of course he does have 7 gateways, but at the same time, he's taking up to Robo Bay, and he's taking up to a Twilight Council, and he's expanding, so making units will not be as easy as before. And it looks like Tt.PiG starting on the upgrades, getting him +1 armor and attack for his ranged units, and that's going to be really nice when it kicks in. Vines, his third almost coming down. Pig just got his third, and of course the delay of the third base really causes a bit of trouble for the Zerg player. I mean, you always want to be ahead of the Protoss, and Vines is just one of those players who gets so much. He just wants every single advantage he can get, and we exactly see this, because I mean, think about it, like getting you don't really necessarily need that expansion that early, because let's take a look at the probe count. Vines has 53 probes, okay, and that's not like a lot of probes. I mean, that's probably 2 bases worth of probes, and I mean, you only need 25 per base, so he's not like indefinitely in need of this base, and since he's taking up so much, I mean, it just seems like it's a bit of a stretch for him sometimes. But I think Vine will be able to hold on to this, as he does have cannons up right now and starting to warp a lot of sentries. So I like this style of play. Warping in this many sentries buys him a lot of time, and we'll just see what Pig opts to do. He's pushing out with quite a few number of Roaches. Let's take a look at this. 34 Roaches in play, man, that is crazy. And looking at Vines, what does he have? 7 Stalkers and 6 sentries. The sentries will be able to buy him time. 3 force fields, and this ramp is going to be blocked. And we do have Immortals coming in. When the Immortal comes out, it's going to look a lot better. It looks like Pig is going to work on these rocks right now, and these Stalkers are going to try and do some damage. Obviously not going to be enough for anything, and this rock is going to come down pretty fast. Let's take a look at whoa, ooh, this where's the sentries? Okay, well, that was a really close call for Vines. I mean, if the Roaches pushed up, his army would completely be demolished. And here we go. It looks like the Roaches do push out, and a nice force field over there by Vines. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Immortal gets focused down, and there is a huge gap for the Roaches to stream in. This looks really bad, and oh my goodness, these Roaches are just overpowering this. And the Stalkers, will they be able to hold this? Oh my goodness, there's just so many Roaches. Stalkers trying to get blinked up on the high ground, but the number of Roaches is absolutely overwhelming. Immortal at the back. It's going to get focused fire, ladies and gentlemen, and when it goes down, the whole Protoss army is going to feel a lot weaker. And here comes Pig overpowering into the natural, and the Apoptosis pylon takes it down. No more Immortal production for you, says Pig. And wow, Zergling streaming in, probes being pulled off the line to attack, and nice blink over there. But all the probes are going down. A lot of units streaming in over here by Pig. And wow, ladies and gentlemen, this is so hard to hold coming down from, oh my goodness, from Vines. And will he be able to hold this? A lot of Roaches coming in, 15 more Roaches streaming in over here, and Vines is in a huge danger of losing this. I just don't see how he's going to bring it back over here. Just too many reinforcements coming down for Pig. It just doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot held by Vines. Let's take a look at how many workers were killed. 23 workers were killed, and the natural is basically gone. It's like a dead Protoss little city over there. And actually Vines is going to move out. Okay, that's surprising. I mean, you probably don't want to move out with a pure Stalker force when you know that your opponent is going for mass Roaches, but it looks like that's what Vines is going to do. And okay, he does blink up, and but he does get some damage. And I mean, Pig right now, he can just sit back. I mean, he's just so ahead. He killed so much stuff. So is Pig just going to rush to kill him? I mean, it's like finishing him. I mean, it's like one of those movie scenes where you like cripple your opponent and they're like staring in your face, and you have a gun and you're pointing it straight at their face as Stalkers come in here, and Pig going to try to move out, but nice blink over there does save the Stalkers, so that's pretty dang nice. But Pig going to just pummel through the Protoss army. There is one Immortal on the field, a few sentries. Once again, the third base is still up, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, Vines is still getting some mining done, but Pig does have his fourth. And right now, Pig is just going to try to starve him as infestors pop out. They do have the extended energy as well. And here comes Pig going to come in here at the third. And let's take a look at this engagement. He's going to try to get this around. And oh my goodness, nice fungal growth over there on the Protoss army. And this Roach army is just getting to work. Looks like that's a nice position. I mean, I love the placement of buildings over here by Vines. He puts the pylons and then the cannons at the back. Not only does it protect the cannons, but it lowers the surface area for the Zerg player. But once again, a really nice fungal coming in here, and the Roach is going to try to focus fire down the Mortal. But the Mortal doing a lot of damage, and it looks like Vines may be able to hold this. And will he come and hold this, as a lot of units are streaming in over here by the Zerg player? And if the Immortal falls, it's going to look really bad. All the Stalkers are really low right now, so this looks quite bad. And looks like the Infestors are going to get picked out. That's unfortunate. But yeah, a lot of units coming in for, oh my gosh, units coming in, and Vines is going to blink up and try to save his army, or not. But yeah, Vines is really barely holding on to his game right now. I mean, we do have the Spire coming in somewhere, and Broodlords are going to pop soon. And yeah, Pig is he just keeps the production of units. I mean, he's got 66 drones. He can afford to stop. I mean, he's got a fourth base up. And look at this, just transferring his drones, spreading it out well. And Vines is just really, yeah, he's mining off 2 bases and just starting to get the Robotech a bit late now to save him. Stalker going to get saved over there. And actually, Vines, yeah, his army doesn't know where to defend the natural or the third, because his natural is not walled in, ladies and gentlemen. So it's pretty easy to break, I would say. Observer coming in here, and Vines sees what's going on. Oh, Vines is like, oh man, oh my gosh, how am I going to deal with that? But Pig is just looking perfect right now, ladies and gentlemen. The Spire is almost up, and so is the Hive. And once that comes up, tier 3 tech, ladies and gentlemen, and that will be really looking bad for Vines. Vines does have 1 Colossi out, second on the way. Will it be enough though? Will it be enough to hold this? We'll just see. Pig doesn't look like he wants to be too aggressive right now with Vines. He just wants to stay around outside the base, deny a possible 4th base come down for Vines, and that's all he needs to do. He's getting his 5th. He's getting the creep spread growing as well. So all he needs to do is just stop the 4th base and just try to starve the Protoss player up. I mean, Vines is going to mine out anytime soon. It looks like Vines is going to push out, and he's going to try to take this out right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at this engagement. Pig does decide to push back, and actually had a really bad spot to run up that ramp. But Vines is just going to try to overpower this right now. And what does Pig have? A really nice blink over here, intercepting a lot of roaches. Man, that was a beautiful blink and really good map awareness by Vines to know that the roaches will be going there. And the 5th will get denied over here. And this is going to look really bad. And wow, Pig is going to lose a lot of units as a lot of units stream, a lot of zerglings. And oh my god, the fungals will be freaking deadly. And wow, Roach is getting the surround. Corruptor's in the play. Colossi is going to fall. The fungals are just non-stop. And that's GG for oGs.VINES. And Tt.PiG takes down the old generation's ladder complete destroyer. And wow, Tt.PiG taking this game off oGs.VINES on North American ladder. Well played by Tt.PiG. Once again, support him, guys, in the One Nation of Gamers. And check him out everywhere on southeastasia.sc2c.com. Once again, if you like my cast, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Facebook, and of course, subscribe to me on YouTube. And I'll see you guys next time.